I think I've been getting too immersed in Saber recently, because it's almost like I've wandered onto their set.
I've done it, Theo. I've made a timeline in which Geats is actually good.
Oh my god, for real? But wait, why are you so high?
Time-space displacement. Here. Hurry!
Y'all seeing this, Saber cast members?
Okay. Play! Oh no! Something's coming through! I'm gonna have to dip. But the good Geats. Man, I really wish that I could have seen how that alternate timeline was, how things would have played out. But either way, we are nearing the finish line to this show as we get closer and closer to the finale with one episode left after this. So time to start wrapping up that arc with this week's Geats. The DGP is back on, and with it comes a new crew of Game Masters. So while Suity Classic and Unprivileged Ace figure out what all that means, Keiwa's got a job. Again! But the folks behind him were roped into the new DGP, along with others. This time, the fights are to eliminate other players and steal their happiness. Last rider standing wins. But one couple just doesn't want to play ball. But that's against audience standards. So death it is! While more petty squabbles go on, Azuma's had enough with these Game Masters. So he pulls out a henshin. And henshin he does. Except, that means fresh meat.
Hold up, what? Who the hell are you?
Storm Kiva. I've hitched a ride to this reality.
You're a year too early. First up, we know we got Time Kabuto coming up next with Gotchard, and then we've got with Sentai. You're supposed to be the Kamen Rider after Gotchard.
Oh, what's that? Couldn't hear you over sucking on that there fly. Where was I? Entry-level buckles may be crap, but not when there's so many of them all at once. It's almost like we've got toys to sell. Well, that's one way to get my attention, with Geats taking it classic, but then pulling out the Boost Mark II to snatch up all those props. But the Game Masters aren't about to take that sitting. Oh, I guess they are. I've got my eyes on you. Well, that fighting went on for so long, Neon got her hair did. But with Game Masters on the loose and audience members influencing the game, what's there to do? But wait, audience members, you say? Sounds like a job for and Daughter, coming up with a plan on just how to nerf Sueru. Because they completely know that Sueru is powered by views, right? When did they, you know what, no. Keep that thought out of my head. While on the other side of things, Ace goes back to his home, which is more abandoned than my island on Animal Crossing. But why bring back the old family wish plot? Well, you see, with Game Masters back, one surely is Ace's daddy. And the best villain this show has had, Girori. So, while the real stars of the episodes handle things, the guest stars gotta fight. First up is Buffa, trying to run a train on folks just to get rear-ended himself. And win out here for the lose with the Game Master uppercuts. But hold up, we got Pikmin 5 up in the scene. But who's saving Captain Olimar this time but Daichi himself?
How do you even know all this? You haven't been here all season. Lightspeed Hibiki wrote the whole script.
Okay. So let's return to that Pikmin beatdown. remember Samus? Oh wait, there you go. Well, she finally has the most amount of lines ever in the show as Ace walks on in. But who just let him have access? Why, none other than Ghidorah himself. He's had his own heel turn since his season ended, but his season was the best. Ratings were high, audience engagement was set to surprise many. But this new DGP just ain't hitting right. It's only catering to 1% of audience members, and that's not Ghidorah's thing. But the player haters ball was originally ran by Ghidorah for Ace, so why the sudden change? Well, because Ace concluded the season already. He reached the apex, but they out here wanted to drag that shit out. Samus, get the hell out of here with your dialogue. Nobody asked you. Let the good character talk. You know, you may resume Ghidorah. That's right. You tell him, Ghidorah. See, he just wants Geats to get good again. And with all that lead up, it's guns blazing from Regard. But the budget was saved for this moment as the graphics hit FMV and transition into thumbnail babes. Even Sumity can't watch this fight. Hold up. Now who let Black Sumity into the salon? Never mind that, Geats with the sword work, but Regard pulls out a squat dance no jutsu. What the hell was that? Sorry, old habit. Geats hits that creation wave just to shoot his load all over Regard. But he didn't expect back break boost to come through. But he's out of juice. Why's that? Well, you see, and Time Daughter got the audience to stop caring about the game and start caring about their safety. Because Regard is fueled by views, so no views means he's about to be as powerful as my small YouTube account. Don't sell yourself short, big guy. You got like 10k subs. 10k? What? No, I'm at like 2k. Oh, shit. Well, this really is the darkest timeline. So, here you hold that L while Geats holds Regard to the waterworks. But here comes that writer. Oh my god, what's going on? Reverse it up. Not my commentary! Well, that just happened. Okay, I guess Regard can rewind times on humans of the time period, and Ace is still limited on that front. So with it comes Sumity with gun. Rating time. Is Geats good yet? Nope, but it certainly is better. You have a balance of the good stuff, like Ghidorah's return, and the bad stuff, like Daichi's new Jamatos. We have continual plot points that seem better executed if they were just done previously, while some accessibilities to areas leave a lot of questions to be asked. For that reason, this episode is going to be getting a C rank. So the traveling from room to room aspect is weird, and we get 3 of them this episode. We had 1 with a proper explainer, and the other 2 didn't really. Ace going right to the room where Suido and Samus was explained through Ghidorah, but Black Sumity showing up to the salon does not. We do see her walk away when Ace appears, but how did she get access to that area without Ace opening the door for her? Unless that was his plan. Then it's Neon and Time Daddy showing up in the audience chambers, which is odd because his access got revoked after the grand end. So yeah, now I know the big question that a lot of people are left asking is if the Sumity that shot Ace is the original Sumity or Black Sumity wearing her outfit. Since due to the last scene that I talked about, it would be assumed as much, especially since she didn't refer to him as Ace-sama, but just Ace. And although he did ask previously in the episode for her to drop that bit, some habits are just hard to do so. But there really is the possibility that this is just part of one of his big schemes. Even though Ace does appear genuinely shocked by her appearance, but the line Sueru says earlier to the scene kind of gives me a hint of what the bigger picture might be. He stated that as long as Ace is a human of this era, then he still is susceptible to his powers. And we know that Ace has reincarnation abilities still intact. So it's possible that this is just a way to speedrun the process to get an Ace that's out of this era involved. And we kinda do get a hint for that potential plot point in the preview with Gene coming back. So is he gonna bring back a future incarnation of Ace, or what's the game plan here? You know, all of that remains to be seen. We'll just see how they end up playing it up. What I did enjoy was Girori returning. But, of course, if you saw the recap portion of it, I did take some liberties with that portion to play up that Girori is a self-insert for us, the real audience watching the show, as the dialogue really does seem like a mix between meta commentary and ground standing. The final game of the DGP is just another take on the Desire Royale done previously, except we get to see more of the writers, because they took the easy route for their helmets and their ID cores. They also showed us that they really were just everyday people transforming in and out of it. That is some shit that was dramatically lacking in previous games. Since in the first arc, most of the contestants didn't make it far enough to get a suit, and a lot of it ended up happening off screen. The way that they've done it here is really just a way that I wish they had just done it previously. Especially since it feels like proper Ryuki, in a way that they imply that anyone could have been a writer, but instead we got pretty 20-somethings becoming writers. The Neon Time Daddy moment was, even if it has flaws such as, them even knowing the audience trigger point, a fun scene, especially seeing the synergy between Neon and her dad. It gives a great additional chapter to their growth as a family unit. Now, where is Mom? Look, the actress got flowers after she got shot by a Dapan, so make of that what you will. Then there's Daichi and his Pikmin. You know what? No, I'm not gonna touch that with a 10-fold pole. No. Next week is indeed the final episode of Geats. However, I'm feeling a little weird after seeing that the episode is a part of the Daybreak arc, which, for those of you that forgot, the series starts at the end of the Daybreak arc, which implies that this show could end up having a looped ending, which I just don't want. Because that would mean that the winter movie will either just be additional material that could be slotted into anywhere in the series, or a true ending of them breaking out of the loop. Even leaving it in a looped ending means that so many V-cinemas can just play with alternate takes on how the season could have gone, aka how we, as a fan base, are fundamentally trying to rewrite the story ourselves. Takahashi, you goddamn genius. I hate you. Look, I don't know. I know as much as the rest of you. I know that there's some rumors floating around. I haven't seen all the rumors because, of course, my social media connection has been cut. But I guess we'll just have to wait to see if they manage to stick that landing. So, what did you think about this week's Geats? Sueru pulling the time hacks, Somebody pulling out the gun, and Neon pulling out that Whoa! No. Keiwa having a job. There we go. Anyway, that's it for me. Soil those sheets for the next Geats, and I will catch you all then. Bye.